Hello everybody and welcome back to 3-2 Brew. It's been quite a bit of time, but I'm very excited to get back into the Prefire format. Creeping Chill just got banned, and I was notified of that from a buddy, and ended up just wanting to play a little bit of Magic with it. So it's kind of the thing that's been keeping me out of Prefire, to be honest. So I'm very excited to get back into this. We are coming back with a deck that I've played quite a bit. I'm newer to this current meta, and honestly what the meta is at right now, I haven't been following it or anything, so I want to play something familiar and something I enjoy, see what's going on. This is Gruul Utopia. This is version 1.4, and this was kind of made before I actually left the format. It was something I was just brewing around with. Only thing I did was just tweak the sideboard a small amount. But what we're looking to do here is we're looking to ramp with Utopia Sprawl and Arbor Elf, or something like Birds of Paradise, but Arbor Elf, Utopia Sprawl on one of our basic forests is one of the best ways to go about it. And that allows you to power out big boys like Bloodbraid Elf, which is legal here and has Cascade, Stormbreath Dragon, Glorybringer, and Inferno Titan. A couple other support pieces as well. Scavenging Ooze is a bit of graveyard hate when you need it. Courser is a bit of life gain, but also lets you clear the top of your deck to get your ramping out a bit faster. Blood Moon here is to help lock out the opponent if they're playing a ton of non-basics and not respecting it. Bit of burn. I removed most of the land destruction from this. I just personally didn't see a whole lot of need for it. I'm just trying it out this way. I do love land destruction, so a strong chance it comes back in the future, but I wanted to give it an honest run. Pretty standard mana base here, nothing special, no utility lands in this build. And the sideboard is 3 claims, 2 relics, which pair with the 2 Scavenging Ooze for 4 pieces of graveyard hate, 3 anger to hit all the sweepers we need, Kitchen Finks for any time we're getting pressured early, we need a little bit of time to set up. Molten Rain was I had, what are they called? Grafdigger's Cages, which are actually fantastic, especially against Dredge, but I sold them. Sold a bunch of cards when I got out of this just to try and fund some of my pre-modern ventures. So Molten Rain came back into the sideboard, and then I got 3 Trinispheres, which debatably could be played main deck. This deck's looking to just ramp out, get a lot of action going, and put some big boys on the stack. I love Inferno Titan, I love the art, and I love playing with it. So it's become one of my favorite cards, and I'm extremely excited to be able to stick it on the stack. Let's hop on into it. Into the first game of this match. First match back, and I am on the play here against Brannigan Law. Back when I used to play, I believe he was big onto the, I can never remember the name of it. It's the cycling and then mass reanimation. My brain never works, but first hand I had to ship. This one I'm gonna keep. I think it's a bit tough. I think I'm gonna keep this, and I'm going to bottom. Glorybringer is a long way off with red pips, and I sort of think that's the route I want to go with this. Living End, that's the name of it. My brain sometimes doesn't work. It's been a long day of work anyway. Working Catacombs. He's shocking it in. Little Fatal Push action. Ooh, Search for Tomorrow. That is a... whatchamacallit. I can never remember the name of it. Ooh. That is a huge pickup. I'm going to Utopia Sprawl here. Choosing red. We're going to untap this. Tap this. We're going to Magus of the Moon. And then I'm going to spend 1 mana to stick a bolt up top. I think this is for Titan, though. Again, I'm still kind of new to all this. I really don't fully know the meta. I guess Pact and Negation would be all they could really have right there, but... send a bolt up top. All of their non-basics are turned off now. They do obviously have Search for Tomorrow, which is huge for them, but... alrighty. Picking up a Windswept Heath. I'm going to get in with the Magus. I'm going to drop down a Tireless Tracker. They got 2 red, so no counters in or the issue. And then here I'll be able to untap and crack this clue token to try and pick something up. Pump the tireless tracker and also just get a nice draw. Search for tomorrow goes on the stack. They get some ramp in here. They got their basic forest. Very nice for them. Yeah, this looks like Titan to me, but I honest to God don't know. We haven't done a whole lot, so I'm gonna untap forest. I mean, they have a clear shot to kill me if they have any kind of red interaction here. Or to kill my tireless tracker, I mean. Eat that, draw a card. Very nice. Another free redraw. This isn't exactly what we were looking for. Probably should have played the Stomping Ground pre-combat. Street Wraith, looking for answers. Street Wraith. Oh, Violent Outburst is an instant. I always forget that. So I mucked that up big time. Okay. So it looks like they're on more colors than before, at least. Oh, put that in tapped. I'm super glad Brannigan's still on Living End. That makes my heart truly happy. We honestly kind of got a bit of a dud draw tier too. Just a lot of lands coming into play. We could still do some massive damage if we got serious about the whatchamacallit. We got serious about the like a Glory Bringer or something. They're dead in 2 with a Glory Bringer. Comes the Street Wraith, totally fine with me. Inferno Titan would be pretty nasty here as well. The crazy thing is they can kind of like flip-flop graveyards. Put that in tapped. Just another forest. Alright. Well, we'll F6. No, pass on through. Okay. Well, we're looking for a Glory Bringer, Inferno Titan, kind of anything here. Gifts ungiven. Two of those cards to your graveyard and the rest into your hand, then shuffle. This deck's come a long way from when I was originally playing against it. Again, I feel like a bit of an old head here. He has 78 cards in his deck. Wow, into a Kiki combo? Sweet. That's sick. That's so sick. I didn't actually look at the revealed. I probably should have. I would have seen more action in here, but there's a lot of action going. It looks like 4 color. Twisted Abomination. I believe that's originally a Scourge card. Could be wrong by that, but this is a sweet brew though. So I think they just instantly get the win here, right? Because Kiki has haste. GG's. Yeah, because Kiki will get haste. And then this comes in and he can just continue to do it. Concede game. Alrighty. Let's begin sideboarding here. Very cool deck. I'm very stoked to see that. Relic is nice. Anger is not as nice. I really like Trinosphere here. Let's see. What do we not? I mean, they have some pretty gnarly colors, but they have ways to get it. Bops are pretty important. Courser could be less important. It is nice having threats. Bolts are nice, I think. P and Kieran are just good blocker fodder. Bolt's the only real way to break up a combo. Got 5 pieces we want to bring in. I guess birds are probably some of the least impactful in our deck currently. We could go down to 3 moon if we drop a Magus. I actually kind of don't love Magus in this matchup, solely because it doesn't do what we're looking for it to do, the same way that Blood Moon does. All right, I would like to play first. Early Utopia Sprawl into a 3-ball. We take that. So I'm going to hit this Forest Utopia Sprawl, probably naming green still? Nah, I'll probably name red still. I can follow it up with Mountain, 3-drop. And we have 4 mana for the Chandra. Yeah, that's going to look nice. And then we can double add for the Glorybringer. It's pretty gnarly. 3-ball should be pretty potent against them. At least I'm hoping so. They're down to 6. Okay. I'm going to drop Utopia Sprawl onto here. I am going to still name red just in case. Early Nature's Claim here would hurt. Search for Tomorrow. So they're still going to have to, I believe, pay 3 for that. I haven't played with Trinisphere a whole lot, to be frank, so. But there's my 3-ball. And there's also my 5th land, so. Alrighty. An early 3-ball here is pretty nasty. Doesn't let him hold a counter up here for Chandra. Actually, I'm just going to fetch here. Go grab a Forest. We have the mana for Chandra off of the Utopia Sprawl. They can't counter it. They don't have any way to pay 3 at the moment. Now, next turn, they might have like a remand or something. But I'm going to exile it. I can't cast anything at the moment. No. Still does 2 to them. Next turn, I think I'm just going to slam Glorybringer. I might exile top card of the library, see what we got going on there. This comes off a suspend, and I'm pretty sure they can't play it. If I remember correctly. But I really don't know. Yeah, that fizzled. Or did it? I did. So I guess it just stays in exile. Alright, they're tapping mana. Another Search for Tomorrow. Interesting. They just hardcast it. Okay, I see. Let's exile the top, see what it is. Blood Moon. I'm actually gonna say no to that for now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shock in the Stomping Ground, and I'm gonna run out our homie Jerome Romy Glorybringer. I'm just gonna get in normal, no exertion. Now they can still twin and stuff. It's not like they can't do that. Kiki Jiki's obviously like a full send here. Twisted Abomination, Deceiver Exarch. They don't have the mana up for it at this moment. Okay. They're going to hit the Trinisphere. It could gain life, which wouldn't be like the worst idea on Earth, but definitely going to hit the Trinisphere. Okay. Well, luckily we have them dead to rights. That's crazy. I'm going to hit Glorybringer here. And that should get us the W. I don't think there's any free interaction. Okay. They probably have, I don't know if they have twin or not. I really don't. I don't think they do though. So I'm going to just resubmit this deck. Being on the play helps. Losing game 1's really tough, but maybe we can claw something back off the draw here. That would be kind of cool. I like P and Kieran a lot, but that's just not enough velocity. This is a keep. I don't even know what to put to the bottom here. Stormbreath Dragon, I guess? But if I go Arbor Elf, Utopia Sprawl, I have 4 mana. I'm actually gonna drop Moon here. We'll see if it lives. I don't know if it will, but that would be a pretty nasty turn 2 for a Bloodbraid Elf. Could have Thoughtseize as well. Nope, suspend another search. Okay. Alright, Arbor Elf comes into play. Nothing. Okay. Alright. So then we're going to Utopia Sprawl onto this. I thought you kept the 1-lander. I have no issue passing back. That's fine. Always gotta give the opponent the ability to. You know, it was kind of weird that they just passed through, but I assumed that they were just like holding gas, honestly. That they were just like, alright. Ooh, Trinisphere. That's a nasty hit off of that. That is a real nasty hit. And then we're going to be into Storm Breath Dragon. I don't like winning this. Oh. GG's. I don't like winning that way, honestly. I feel bad. You know, I try to give them the ability to go back on it, but whatever rebranding you're doing, man, this is a really, really cool deck, and I like to see what you got going on over here. So it's a win. Not my best or favorite way to win, to be frank, but I'm glad we got it. Let's hop into the next one. I can match you against the GOAT Iron Lungs. All right, we can get a little bit early of a play for a Bloodbraid Elf here. I'm going to keep this. Honestly, a lot of this league's for science because I'm an idiot and didn't do any testing or anything. I have found at least it's been a bit difficult to find testing matches from time to time. It's Creeping Chill. Iron Lungs does not have Dredge up as it was before, but I think he's been off Dredge for a little while anyway. Look at him with his old border wooded foothills. You go, Iron Lungs, you go. It's a crypt. Shocking it in. We are. And there's the dredge machine. Up and running. That's fine with me. Looks like we'll have to play some fair magic here. Yep, mills it, gets his thug. Bloodghast. What is this? What are those? Forgot that got a reprint. Let's bring it up. Big screen here. Ah, art's decent. I like Dredge without the without all the action. Hit a Narcomoeba. Golgari Brown Scale making a little cameo. Look at that. Come on back. Okay. I am not going to fetch. I would like to draw a 4th land deck. That would be A+. Thank you. I ask and I get delivered what I need. So we're a bit slow here. I mean, we're probably going to lose. Not going to lie. There's a couple things we could hit that would be decent, but let's bring this up on the side screen here. There's a second Bloodghast. What if this card's seeing standard play or not? It's kind of a weird reprint for that set. Yay, nay. Am I off basis there? Faithless? Faithless looting it is. Lotless Giant. So he must be on, yep, the Dread of Return package. So here comes Lotless Giant about to just whoop us up. Prized amalgams here. Do it to me, Chief. 7 creature cards, sack 3, hit me for 10. Very nice. I think this is like a cool build of the deck. I mean, I think we're past the point of being able to win, to be honest with you. But still a cool deck, in my personal opinion. Stomping Ground goes in tapped. Alrighty. Hey, right on time. As you always are, Arbor Elf. A wizard is never late. Oh, womp womp. We'll make it make red. I'm not going to. I don't think it matters. Because what he's going to do here is he's going to beat into me. At least I would. Beat into me. Sack these 3. Hit me for lethal. Because I can only block 1. I take 3. I'm down to 11. Flashing back Faithless Looting. I mean, he just has me dead, right? Yeah, each creature card in your graveyard. Yeah, I'm just dead. But he's going hard in the paint, and I have nothing but respect for that. I want everyone to be crystal clear on that. Yeah. So there's going to be uber stuff. I don't know why he didn't just send this Dread Return. Like attack, send the Dread Return. I'm going to line a block up here for sure. It's going to kill it, and then it's going to be 3 in the graveyard, but he's just going to sack 3, at least I would. And then just nuke me. I'll let this play out for anyone who hasn't seen it. It's a very, very cool combo. I might actually end up trying this version of Dredge. I think it's very, very cool. I fools with that heavy, personally. This always trips me up. I always think it's the black land. That's an artifact land. Always trips me up with that. I'm gonna hit him with a GG. Because he's an extremely nice guy, Iron Lungs. Alright, Nature's Claim it is. Trinisphere it is. More and more I play, the more and more I like Trinisphere. Lightning Bolt is kind of non-zero here. Arbor Elves are tougher, but I still want them. Birds of Paradise are non-zero. P and Kieran can block up the ground a bit. Magus of the Moon is a solid blocker. Tireless Courser. Scavenger Ooze is a must-have. Chandra. I think I can go down 1 Bloodbraid Elf. They can still operate very well off of Blood Moon, actually. We'll play a 61 card special. Ooh. Also have Anger the Gods. Is that better than 3-ball, we think? Do I want to bring in Anger, too? And just let them have the mana? Yeah, why not? Let's step into the control role. See how it works out. I really don't think it will, but I hope it does. But this deck feels a lot better. I feel like I could actually play a game against this deck, which I can't say about every time I've played against this type of deck. That's a disappointing mulligan, but I gotta do what I gotta do. We're gonna send back Chandra. We're gonna send back Bloodbraid Elf. And I'm gonna fetch here. And I'm gonna just grab a basic forest and play Relic. Let's see if they have a Nature's Claim. They very well may. I don't know how many they kept. They started with 7. I assume they're gonna have quite a good amount of cards. Sorry if you can hear the stuff near me as well. It's a bit loud at the moment. I don't know if this is the right call or not. I'm just gonna make them discard at a disadvantageous time. disadvantageous time. Just get this off the field. I can exile it from their graveyard. Okay. I can exile a card from their graveyard, I guess I should say. But yeah, I'm cool with that. I ain't got no beef. No dredger in the yard yet. I like the art on these original Copperline Gorgeous. Look at Ancient Grudge doing God's work. I should have cycled it there. Honestly, I was kind of enamored by the Copperline Gorge. Oh. Well, shalom. Let's see if we can go coast to coast with this. I do think I will eat their Insolent Neonate, regardless of whatever I draw this coming turn. Okay. It does have Menace, for the record. They don't have black at the moment. Dark Blast. I don't have the mana up. That is so frustrating, but it happens. So I can eat Insolent Neonate and then Insolent Neonate. Cathartic Reunion. That's a tough feel. Yeah, I mean, they're getting to the point where I can't control them anymore. Missing that land drop, or missing a land drop is tough. So yeah, that's going to come back. I do get a Stomping Ground. Is it worth it to pay the 2 life? I actually sort of think it is. So what I can do here is just eat Bloodghast, eat Prized Amalgam, move to combat. Okay. And then if they want to get funky, they can. I ain't gonna stop them. They have Conflagrate as well, probably in here, if I had to guess. But I can at least eat another Lotleth Giant on the way out, if they end up trapping me here. That's what I was leaving mana up for. What is this, Faithless Looting? They have to draw and discard here. Dread of Return. Let's move to combat. Okay, they're sending here. Blood Crypt. Shocking it in. Think we did. That's a bit of a bummer, eh? I'm gonna eat their Lotleth Giant. It's totally fine by me. And then here I'm gonna be smart and I'm gonna eat their Faithless Looting. I'm going to eat their Golgari Thug. Please stop doing that. Golgari Thug. I'm also gonna eat their Dread Return. So I'm gonna just be able to sit back and chill. I can nuke a Stinkweed Imp with Chandra, if that's the vibe I'm looking for. They have no dredgers at the moment. No good attacks is what he also determines. Golgari Thug, okay. So he's setting up a Dread Return. I might not get a window for it, sadly. So 1, 2, 3. For Tireless Tracker. Slam that down. Now we get into a bit of a staring match. And this is the type of game plan where it feels a lot better post-board. Where if I was playing against Chill right now, I'm essentially a 2. So there is ways to do some nasty stuff. Upkeep. Actually, I'm going to spend the time to eat that. Might have been a bait, but I don't want to worry about it. They got 1 card in hand. Probably wants that Golgari Thug to die as well. Okay. Onto there. We're going to name red for the sake of this. Let's move to combat. Hitting with tireless tracker. See if he wants to line up a block. I'm personally willing to trade it. Okay, for a prized amalgam. You take that? Trade? Forget the name of the character he says that to. Damn good trade. That's all I can think about. Okay. Prized amalgam's hanging out now. We're effectively at 5 mana. Golgari Thug makes a nice little casual return. Narcomoeba's gonna get in here again. But that's okay for the moment. I'm not too perturbed about that. So I have ways of dealing with it. I'm going to eat the prized amalgam. That's a very nice hit. Thank you. I'm going to tap 1, 3. I don't want them trifling with the stinkweed imp very much more. So I'm going to eat that. Alright, GG's. See, that's what I like about this. Like, post-board, this feels a lot more fair. Like, I can do a lot more action going on. It looks like he skunked a bit over there as well. Just didn't hit as many lands as I assume he wanted. But we were kind of able to stop the dredge plan a little bit there. He had to fight through both a relic and a scavenging ooze. And Scoos for his deck is much more difficult to fight than a relic or progenitus. Just by nature. Kitchen Finks could be a good addition here, but I'm not really sold on the concept of it, so we'll see. Alright, back at it with the 60 card special. Sorry, 61 card special. We have an Arbor Elf into a tireless tracker, but literally nothing else. I think that's not enough action, and I got a mulligan. Again, this just isn't enough, I don't think. Ooh, we're kind of getting deep in the tank here, so I'm going to have to stick with this. We need to pray for a miracle. Sorry if you can hear the cars going by as well. It's quite warm in my room at the moment. I even have the ceiling fan on, but I have the door open just in case. I need another land badly here. And that's not it. Okay, let's see what kind of game plan he's on over there. It's a lot of draw go at the moment. We can get him to go wide and set up for a Dread of Return and hit it with an Anger. That would be pretty nice. Very nice. Maybe he's missing looting, but that just doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, it looks like he is. I don't really understand, but I'm also not one to complain. That doesn't really do what I needed to do at the moment, but it'll be good enough in the future. It's kind of like a land drop the long way. I'm going to be honest with you. But that's okay. We'll continue just to hang out here. If he plays out a creature that's more impactful to the board, then we can do our best to bolt it. But I'm not planning to deal with the Stinkweed Imp at the moment. I'm not going to burn an Anger on it. Nothing like that. Probably has a Dark Blast chilling in hand. Golgari Thug. I wouldn't hate hitting both of them, but hot mama. Alright, let's start out by... Oops. Well. Oops. I screwed up that ordering quite a bit. But that's alright. I got a little too click happy. But the Arbor Elf will chill. We hit him with a bolt, just to hit him with a bolt. I could have angered there. Lightning Axe. Dropping a Golgari Thug. Okay. I'm okay with this game plan for the moment. I really am. Okay, he's got Bloodghast. He's got a Stinkweed Imp in there. We can't just sit around and do nothing all day. Another Thug. No land. Alright. Let's start by just playing out 3-ball while we have it. It's going to cost you if you want an Ancient Grudge. Can't find lands. That's actually a really painful part right now. We'll continue to take some chip shot damage for the moment. Ancient Grudge here. Another Stinkweed Imp. Oh, what is going on over there? I don't want to invest yet. Oh, man, do I really want to get that down. Alright, let's start with this tireless tracker then. I know it's kind of stupid because we have Anger of the Gods. I know what everyone's thinking, but if we got some kind of removal, I'd like to bait it out now. Especially if it's Lightning Axe. So there's a Faithless Looting. So he's got a Dredger here. Bloodghast can come back. Dread return. It's kind of next turn, isn't it? Dark Amoeba. The Lotless Giant. I mean, he could hit it end of turn, and it would be pretty nasty for me. But I do think I have to do it. I don't really have a choice. I'm just not drawing lands at the moment. So I'm just going to exile his board. He has Faithless Looting to start doing some more action, but that at least reset his Dread return while I can hopefully stall for a bit. I really, really need Chandra to like come through and do something for me here. Instead of being a bum. He's got the flashback, so the looting's there. Just can't find lands. I mean, I got 22 lands in this deck. It's not like it's a Baron deck or nothing. Golgari Thug putting in hard time. That's the exact draw we were kind of hoping for. I'm going to play Chandra. Exile it. P and Kieran. No. Would have been nice, but I would like to do some chip damage here. If we can get one more setup here. Actually, we can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We would need 8. Alright, no biggie. Flashback looting here. The land would be great, so I could just exile top card of my library and just say YOLO with it, but yeah, it is what it is. Okay, so he's not flashing back looting. He's going with Cathartic Reunion. Drops drops a Grudge. Is he? Okay, so he is milling. It's Dark Blast, okay. Gain 2 life, that's cool. Cool art on that too. It's kind of doofy, but I like it. A relic off the top would be fantastic. Okay, so another one of them. Then that'll come back. So the Dread Return is set up then. Which is a wee bit spooky. Okay. Okay. So that'll give me 6 total mana. Let me go +2, 1, anger. Two, 1, tireless tracker. I mean, we're closing in on a Chandra emblem. which sounds bonkers to me. But I mean, anytime you cast a spell, you get 5. It's kind of not. They deal 5 up top. Dark Blast to hand. I think this 3-ball's slowing him down, but I really have no clue. He does have Ancient Grudge here to deal with it, but then I just have another 3-ball. So, do with that information what you will. But he's now at 5 lands, so he is creeping up on a full 2-spell turn. But yeah, we'll have to see. That's not a bad pickup. I'm going to attack here. So here's what I'm setting up. I'm setting up an exile the top card of your library. Ooh, I don't have enough mana. No, that's sad. I would have loved to play that card. 2 more for my Arbor Elf. The next turn I get to hit with Chandra, if that's the route that they want to take. They can Dark Blast my Arbor Elf, which costs them 3 now, and they get to mill a bit more, which maybe I shouldn't have played it out, but they can still Dark Blast like my Tireless Tracker if they really yearn for it. I was hoping not to hit that off of the Chandra, but I was sort of hoping to hit something else. Okay, so the 3-ball goes away. I should have played the 3-ball out. That was greedy of me. That's alright. So they can Dark Blast here. Then I can Emblem Glorybringer. I'm at 10, they're at 10. Dark Blast. They can redraw Dark Blast if that's how they want to spend their turn. With their black mana. But maybe it doesn't even matter. We've wiped out a good bit of their dredgers. Stinkweed Imps in the mix again for them, though. They could flashback Faithless here. Yep, flashback Faithless. I should have played out that Trinisphere. It was kind of stupid not to, but alas. There's an Engineered Explosives. So Narcomoeba comes back. Nobody else, though. So I kind of have uber mana here, don't I? A land here would be kind of crazy. Forest. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sad. So sad. But what I can do here is whenever you cast a spell, you get 5. So let me go cancel, forest, untap, tap, tap, Glorybringer, up top, okay. I am going to exert, just because I want to take them off of the possibility of a dread return. They can't fetch. I couldn't play the 3-ball there, sadly. Dark Blast that away. He gets to do some crazy milling. Has a Faithless looting in the bin. Narcomoeba's in the bin. I don't think he has the reach here, but honestly, at this point, I don't really know. So, a surprise duress effect would be kind of nasty as well. But we shall see. It's getting close to my bedtime, too. Getting sleepy. But, I mean, he's got a lot in the bin. Dread Return is a sorcery, so he would need to return quite a few here. So, but these will come end of turn, and then I have Trinisphere in hand. This is exerted, so if he strips me and I draw a land, I'm screwed. And that's just the way she goes sometimes. Okay, Faithless Looting on the flashback. That's 2 life. It's 2 more life. So he could live. It's actually very, very possible that he lives. If he's got more of them buggers. But, okay, gain 2, gain 2. Okay. So he's kind of preying on me not having a spell. But I'm actually just going to finish him in style with a Bloodbraid Elf. GG's. Scavenging Ooze. Cast it with payout paying its mana cost. That's cool. I never got to emblem that challenger before, so I'm pretty stoked on that. But a great match. That felt good. It felt grindy. I liked the way it felt. I'm a fan of that personally. It was a 2-1 match. Played out well. Post board, it was definitely pretty nasty. Yeah, I like it. I like the way it's feeling. I don't think Dredge is dead. I really like this version of Dredge. I hope he continues to explore it, because I will say Iron Lungs is an animal at playing Dredge. So really, really hope he continues to play it. He's a monster. But let's talk about what we've done so far here. Well, everybody, we ended up going 2-0 so far. The first match was a bit of a bummer because of whatever happened with MTGO auto passing. But felt pretty good against Dredge. Post board, we had a good enough amount of hate to bring in to deal with it. Couple of notes just through 2 games so far. Obviously, this is Gruul Utopia minus the land destruction now. So, am I missing the land destruction? Not really. I don't think that it's something that I'm really like dying to have at the moment. But what I can say is I'm very, very impressed by Trinosphere. This card, I've kind of thought about it for a while. I do think it should be in the main deck, probably as a 3-of. The issue is I don't really know what I would cut. It'd probably be lightning bolts, but I don't know what else really I would be able to cut for it. So that's on the table at the moment. I really, really enjoy Trinosphere, so it's got to be put into the main deck at some point. I just don't know exactly what I'd take out. I guess you could take out a Courser, but I kind of like having Velocity in this deck more than anything else. The Molten Ray in the sideboard probably will end up going. I don't really have a lot of matchups where it's super, super crucial for, especially because stuff like Titan often, like Amulet Titan will often just pop off and there's nothing you can do about it. You just sort of have to deal with whatever you got going on. So that's to be determined at the moment. I will say, like, I really enjoy how this has been playing. This deck's a ton of fun. It's probably one of my favorite decks. P and Kieran Nalar is also potentially on the cutting block. Not because it's bad. I actually really enjoy this deck, or this card, I mean. But I would think, I'm kind of starting to think that Huntsmaster of the Fells might be a little bit better. This is a super heavy forest deck, and having double red at the 4 slot sounds stupid, but it can actually be a bit of an opportunity cost. So I think I'd maybe like to see this become Huntsmaster of the Fells. It's also not legendary. And I do think that there's times where P and Kieran Nalar as a 2-of when it pops up can be a bit clunky because you don't want to really override it. Yes, you get 2 more 1/1s, but you get the same body. So I think that I'd rather have Huntsmaster of the Fells and force people to kind of spend their mana on their turn as well with the whole transforming setup. So just something I've noted, but I'm very happy with the way this deck's been playing so far, and I'm super excited to hopefully cap this league out. So I appreciate everybody who tuned in for watching, and until next time, this has been 3-2 Brew. Cheers.